guys, we're going to do a quick run through of the options that you have in your iPhone for when you plug it in for iTunes. Now, the first thing to know is you get here, you start at music, and then you'll have your option. The last option here is your iPhone, which is separated by a divider. It'll always say iPhone, but it's up here in the upper left above your music artist. Now, in your summary, there is a section down here at the bottom called options. Now, the first thing you have is automatically sync your iPhone when it's connected. Now this option will automatically pull up and bring up iTunes whenever you plug in your phone and start to sync it for you. You can turn this off if you don't want to and you just want to charge your phone by itself, but then you'd have to make sure you came up here and did the manual backup every now and then to keep a backup of your phone via iCloud or your computer. Now you can also sync your phone over Wi-Fi. I do this because when I come home sometimes I don't always charge my phone at my computer. I might plug it into my Xbox or leave it downstairs, but I can still access and move things over to my phone, delete stuff, and change playlists on my phone without it being plugged in. It does run a little slower, but it's convenient. Now you can sync only checked songs and videos. I'm not really that big on things, and so I don't actually play with this option a lot, but basically you can manually pick what you would like to move over by checking it in iTunes, and that is the only song that'll sync to your phone. Again, this isn't my personal cup of tea, but I have a couple friends who find this extremely useful. The next option, if you prefer standard definition videos. Now, standard definition videos are 480p, which is a resolution type. Now it goes all the way up to, and we're only going to speak about phones because I'm aware of the 4K televisions, but 1080p. Now if you have a smaller iPhone or a smaller iPad, or even if you're working with an iPod, maybe you don't want full high definition videos because it'll limit the amount of stuff you'll be able to have. You can check this button and it'll automatically only sync the standard definitions of the videos, which will actually be smaller for you and allow you to put more things on your device. Again, it's up to you and your preferences. Downloading things in standard definition is good because some people with the newer iPod minis, your iPod won't play high definition videos, and that's not something that I even knew about until I was helping my friend out with it. So if you have an iPod and you opt, if you're choosing between the iPod mini and the full-size iPod, remember that the iPod mini can only play standard definition videos. Now you can choose the bitrate, which is the next option here, for what your songs will be. Now this is only for big music buffs or people who would like to have a higher rate for their music, and what kbps stands is kilobits per second, and this extends the quality of the music because sometimes it'll compress it to make it larger or smaller up to what you would like to. The smaller the bit rate, the higher the compression, essentially the weaker the music, and the higher the bit rate, the weaker the compression. Down to no compression is essentially the more fluid and accurate the music is from when it was recorded. The last thing is manually manage your music and videos. I'm lazy. I'll come through here and I'll see something I'll like, I'll download it, and when it's done downloading, I'll click it, I'll drag it, and that's manually managing your music. Now, the only thing about that is that it doesn't work unless it's actually downloaded to your computer. So if you have something you bought, it won't sync unless you download it first. It would be nice if you could just move it over and it'll tell your phone to download it, but who knows, maybe that'll happen in a later update. Other than that, you can reset and configure accessibilities, but that's something I think we'll cover on a different day, and those are your basic options for your iPhone and iTunes. Alright guys, thank you so much for listening.